personally, when I found out I was pregnant is when I thought about how I wanted to raise my daughter and how would that work out, and what was in my power, what was in my control. And at 16, I knew I was gonna be 16 forever. I knew shit in life changes. I know that my dad and I like would figure it out, or we wouldn't, or her dad would be around, or he wouldn't be. But all I could do is what I can do. And at 32, I still believe that. Like, if you find out you're pregnant and you decide to take the responsibility, okay, great, because you are pregnant, or you got her pregnant. Like, okay, cool. Everyone and everything else is just noise, right? People are like, oh, I want to be in a stable relationship, oh, I want to have stable income, oh, I want to have right? Which is, legit. Like, who the fuck wants to be struggling and, homeless and going through the bullshit, right? So it's like, okay, like, but all that shit's noise. Because when you find out that you're pregnant and you accept that you are pregnant, right, and you accept the responsibility, right, everything gets figured out. It all works out, even when it seems like it's not working out and it's trauma and it's straight up chaos. So as a woman, I get asked, do you want kids? Right? That's the question that we get asked. Like, are we asking the men these fucking questions? Can we start asking 15, 16, 17 and up men, young men, do they want kids? And what kind of dad do they want to be? And what kind of man do they want to be? What kind of husband do they want to be? Like, can we fucking do that? I mean, I've seen it on social media. There's these different trends and things like that, and there's a lot of content behind that already, and there's a lot of people who are trying to drive that. So can we all like collectively just agree to do that, right? Because for my thing is, I understand taking care of the responsibility, but I don't understand the want. I don't understand the desire to have them. And the want, and I don't understand the desire because of how I grew up. I grew up primarily with a single parent, whether it was my single mother or my single father, and all the bullshit. So like, I don't get it. Like, I have friends who parents were married, or the parents have gotten remarried, and they always grew up in a 2-parent household, whether it was a stepmom or their stepdad, right? Or their parents got divorced after they graduated from high school, so they grew up with, both parents. And so they're like, oh, I really want kids because I really want to have my own family. I want to teach little Sally, how to do this. And I want to teach little Jimmy how to do this. And I want to have someone, smaller, someone to teach, right? I want to have my little person. And I've come across other TikToks, Instagrams of people talking about this, and they're like, well, why would you have kids? Why do you want kids? If anything, if you really think about it, it's really narcissistic, and it's really selfish, and it's really this and this and this and this. Now, I don't know, I wouldn't really say all of that, But I was having a conversation with my friend talking about like, oh, when he's old, he wants to have his kid take care of him, And I was just like, why? It is not your kid's responsibility to take care of you. He's like, why not? I gave them life. You didn't have to. Like, no, like, I need you to work and put money away for your retirement. So whether or not you live in an old folks home, or you live with your kids, or where the fuck that is, that you could pay for care. So you could pay for professional care. Like, I took care of my dad for 7.5 years, and fuck that. And it was something that I always knew that would be my responsibility, because I know my dad, right? My dad's not going to have just anyone in the house or anyone, listening to him. And, he's not going to be able to talk crazy to just any fucking body. Like, my dad was completely, like, how he was with me was not how he was with you, right? and the family dynamic, like, we're not going to have just anyone, like, around my kid, like, around his granddaughter. Like, that is just, like, not going to fucking happen, right? And a lot of families, like, a lot of things are just family, my TV. A lot of things are just family business, and that's you know, so I understand wanting, you know, your partner or your kids, you know, to be involved, but from experience, have help. I want to be that old lady in the old folks home where you go in and I'm in the TV room and I'm watching one of my fucking shows, and there's so much to watch. Let me sit in my fucking rocking chair with my fucking Jello and watch my TV. Let my caregiver over here change me every couple of hours or however the fuck that might work. I hope not, but hey, you know, and let my kid be who she wants to be, and let my grandkids, if I have them, or if they're adopted, or however the fuck that ends up working out, I don't fucking know. My kids anti-kids too, so shit, I might not be a grandma, whatever. Let them have their fucking life, and if they want to visit me, then they will, and if they don't, then they fucking won't, and that's it.